In this lesson, we are just going to revise whatever we have learnt in Gauss law. Maybe learn a few more important formulae and complete this chapter. The first important thing we have learnt, if a conductor is there, then electric field is zero at every point inside, potential is same at every point inside. Even if a cavity is there also electric field is zero, potential is same, everything is an equipotential. A conductor is an equipotential. All excess charge resides on the outer surface of the conductor, and the electric field at any point near the surface of the conductor is perpendicular to the surface and has a magnitude sigma by epsilon naught. If an infinite line of charge is there, then the electric field at a distance r is given by k into 2 lambda by r, okay, where lambda is charge per unit length. Electric field due to an infinite line of charge is inversely proportional to r. Now, if an infinite non-conducting sheet is there with charge per unit area sigma, so sigma is charge per unit area, the electric field is perpendicular to the sheet, and that electric field has a magnitude sigma by 2 epsilon naught. For an infinite sheet, the electric field does not depend on distance r. Suppose we have got a spherical shell of charge, a uniformly distributed spherical shell of charge. So this is a conductor now. Then at every point inside, electric field is zero. If the charge on this is q, at a distance r outside, the electric field is given by kq by r square. Here electric field is inversely proportional to r square. Now, if we have got a non-conducting sphere, now it is not a spherical shell, it is a non-conducting sphere where charge is uniformly distributed. So now, if it is a non-conducting sphere where charge is there everywhere, okay, everywhere it is uniformly distributed, the radius of this is big R, we want to find the electric field at a distance small r, which is inside this. So we'll draw a Gaussian surface there, look at the charge enclosed. Electric field inside will be given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square, that is the electric field at the surface, multiply this by r by r, small r, by capital R. So this is electric field inside a uniform sphere of charge, non-conducting. So this is a non-conducting sphere of charge. Charge is uniformly distributed over the entire volume. So this is 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by big R square multiplied by small r by capital R, and the direction of this electric field is radially. So this is directed radially. Now, one more formula we can memorize is the electric field due to a charge disk. Earlier we had discussed a ring of charge. So now the ring has become a disk. This disc is perpendicular to the plane of the paper. The radius of this disc is big R. We want to find the electric field at distance small r from the center. So for this charged disc, the electric field is given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught 1 minus small r, that is this distance, divided by root over r square plus r square. So this is the formula for the electric field due to a charged disk at a point on the axis. If the disk is infinite, for infinite disk, this term will become 0. So E will be simply sigma by 2 epsilon naught.